Hello and welcome back to another episode of Cine Console. I'm here with Gosho.
And that's Picko.
And today we're reviewing a new film. It is Boy Kills World.
Player one, ready.
Let's get into it. Today we're going to be going through the actors and actresses. We're going to go through our favourite scenes, our favourite kills, our favourite characters, everything to do with Boy Kills World that makes it the movie it is. So, the synopsis. Are you ready? Are you ready for it?
Fucking give me it.
So, Boy Kills World is a dystopian action film where Boy, a deaf and mute young man, seeks vengeance after his family's murder. Trained by a mysterious mentor, he becomes a deadly weapon against a corrupt regime responsible for their deaths. The film combines intense martial arts and surreal visuals, starring Bill Skarsgård, Jessica Rothe, and Famke Janssen. You like it?
I like it.
It's very simple, that one, isn't it?
It is.
Right.
But you may have to cut out the deaf mute bit because I think I've definitely not been politically correct. So if the audience didn't see it, yeah, at least you can imagine.
So I'll go for the actors and actresses, and I'll look at that when we come back to it. So actors and actresses: Bill Skarsgård as Boy, Jessica Rothe as June 27th, Johan Rubian as Shaman, Famke Janssen as Hilda van der Koy, Sharlto Copley as Gideon van der Koy, Brett Gelman as Glenn van der Koy, who was Murray in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
The one who can speak Russian and is paranoid schizophrenic.
Klitschnikov.
That's it. That's the one. Klitschnikov. So first, let's just start off with, so this is a movie that's full of action and it has underlying comedy. But was the comedy good?
Comedy was fantastic. It fits so well with the film because they didn't try, I feel like not because they tried him to make him a comedian, they just put stuff in there that was so bizarre it made it fun.
Yeah, it made you giggle, didn't it, from time to time?
Yeah.
It wasn't about it being a laugh out loud comedy. It was just about it having comedy ingrained into the actual storyline. I thought it was great. Like, it was just simple stuff as well, which we will go into, but it was just the simple stuff that made the comedy. It's light-hearted. It's nothing like, oh yeah, that's going to be like Superbad or flipping Pineapple Express or your older films like flipping Waterboy and stuff like that. It's not going to be that sort of funny. It's not trying just to be funny. It's just got funny undertones to me.
It reminds me of like Deadpool funny.
Yeah, Deadpool funny, but not that's funny. It's still not like out loud. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it, but it wasn't like, oh, that's awful, that's annoying. Do you know what I mean? It was just good.
It was just good spirited, light-hearted fun.
Yes. So, did the voiceover guy get annoying towards the end to you?
I was going to say about this, not at all for me.
Right.
I really enjoyed it all the way through. And I did think, because I knew obviously in the film that it was going to be a narrated performance, I thought, oh, how well is this going to work? And I think it worked perfectly.
Right. I didn't.
You didn't think it worked at all?
No, I think it was working really well, but just towards the end, towards the end of the movie, I was actually starting to go like, is this too much to just hear it in that voice all the time?
Annoyed grunt, annoyed grunt.
That Street Fighter voice. I know, you obviously didn't mind it, but it just started to annoy me.
You was like, all right, just wrap it up.
Yeah. I got into it and I could completely understand it. It was just towards the end. I don't know why. It just started to grate on me.
Do you know what I thought they did do at the end? I thought there was one bit where there was fighting down that corridor, and I thought I heard him go, shit. But not in, obviously, but from Bill Skarsgård's mouth, not the narration. And I was like, because I said to you, did he shit?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and I thought, is it because now that he's met up with his sister, he can talk normally? But then, obviously, that didn't make sense because he got his tongue cut out and his ears poked with hot knives or whatever. But I thought, oh, is that a weird thing they're going to do? But I didn't know if that was a mess up or if that was something else I was hearing. But I thought the narration worked really well.
Okay. Each to their own in that situation. I mean, just can't be friends anymore.
Yeah, that's it. I'm afraid you have to leave the premises, hand over all the rights to Cine Console, never darken my doorstep again.
So, okay, let's move past the voiceover guy and we'll go to our favourite scene and favourite kill.
Okay.
Don't have to be the same scene, because I know what my favourite scene is. Can I go first?
Yeah.
I've asked you the question, but can I go first?
Yeah, sure. I'm glad I could present this to you. Yeah, sure. Fire
My
away.
favourite scene is when they first enter the mansion because he thinks he's going to get the kill straight away. And he's just eating those macaroons. That's not my favourite scene, just really enjoying them. This is just a setup to this. And then he starts fighting June 27th. And he just slides across the table and there's a macaroon on there and he just picks it up with his mouth as he's sliding across.
Like, it was so important, like, he had to do that.
And the fight scene where he's fighting solos, if not the same as, like, combat ready as he is. And he finds it necessary to eat. And that was the comedy part where I just thought, that is just such... I was laughing, mate. That was so funny to me. That was my favourite scene. Not my favourite action scene, just the favourite scene just stuck in my head so much. I thought it was so funny.
That was one of my favourites. But I would have to say, in terms of favourite scenes, for comedy, potentially for me, was Basho. Basho was hilarious.
He was.
And I think it was probably around that snow part, when they was going to film like the commercial for the cereals and things like that. I can't remember anything specifically or pinpoint anything. I just remember that being funny with Basho because of some of the stuff he was saying. But I think Basho was just my comedy all the way through because he was just that outrageous character that just had no filter. But he didn't really bring loads to the table. No. It was like, I'll get the shopping cart, and he was like, and I'll do shopping cart stuff. And he's like, Bill Skarsgård was like, yeah, you're right. Cheers. And he's doing it. And he's like, hang on, what's he doing? Oh yeah, shopping cart stuff.
So, what about your favourite kill then?
Favourite kill? I don't know about favourite kill actually. I've got a favourite. No, I do know my favourite kill.
Go on then.
To be fair, I do know my favourite kill.
Favourite kill.
I've got a favourite kill and a favourite fight scene.
We're just doing favourite kill.
I mean, I was joking about signing the rights of it, like, but my favourite kill was probably when I think it's again fighting down that corridor.
Yeah.
And he jumps up, grabs this guy's head, and he points the gun underneath his chin, and as he lands on his knee, it sets the gun off and it shoots him through the head. And I just remember that thinking, oh, that looked smooth and clean as out.
Yeah, I love the smooth, clean kills like that. But my favourite kill is just really brutal. It's just when he's getting attacked by that minigun, he finally gets to him and he just pushes it into his chest and just miniguns the shit out of him.
Yeah.
That's what, that was brutal. I love a bit of brutality. So yeah, that was my favourite kill. Go on then. What would your favourite
moment's
fight?
past, I'm afraid.
Right, that's it. Moving on. Favourite character?
No, I'm going to release it as DLC. You have to pay to find out.
Go on then. Favourite character?
My favourite character?
Yeah, I'm guessing you're in. Go on. I'll let you answer this one.
Yeah, thanks. Can you just get on my man for 1 second? I'm torn. I still think one of my favourite characters was Pasha.
Yeah,
because he was just funny.
He was just daft on him.
He was daft, and that's my type of character. That I liked Basho. Bill Skarsgård with all his stuff was great.
Yeah,
and I'm a massive fan of the Shaman. In terms of him from the raid and watching his fight scenes, because he does seem like a really good choreographed martial artist.
Yeah, he's clued up.
Yeah, he's just unreal, and he plays the bad guy in them so well. So I would say if I had to do it in order, I'd go Basho just for his being hilarious. I'd have to go to the Shaman.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably go Bill Skarsgård.
Right.
In that order.
I think my favourite character, it wasn't because of him, it was just because of the comedy that surrounded it. It was Benny. It's just so daft. So obviously Bill Skarsgård's character, boy, I suppose, is deaf. So you don't know He doesn't know what people are saying. He can only read the lips. But for some reason, he couldn't read flipping Benny's lips. And I was just the stuff that was coming out with what he thought he was saying as he was narrating it. Honestly, his character, not the best character, but just the funniest.
Yeah.
What I thought was the best comedy, because I just didn't know what the hell was going on. Especially when they do that scene where I was like, this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to get Benny to explain it. And he just didn't know what the hell was going on.
This feels important. This is the whole plan.
You cannot go in guns a-blazing. Security's going to be airtight.
Deeply confused.
And then he looks at me and goes, go, kablinky. And you're like, what? Kablinky, that's how it was.
It was so good. It was just so daft.
I love, as well, like, how natural that flowed as well, because it went from you understanding him to then, when it came to him and Bill Skarsgård part, you couldn't understand him.
Yeah.
But they did it so smooth.
Yeah, it was a transition so well done.
And the fact that when they actually did go to execute the plan, he still didn't have a clue what was going on.
Yeah.
He was like, why have I got this hat on? What am I doing? Like, it all falls in, like, he didn't know the plan. He's being serious. He really didn't understand what was going
and
on.
I love it because it just comes to us like, oh, thanks for following the plan. And he's just like, he was so stupid. Like, he was the distraction of it all. It's just so daft. I loved it.
It was great.
Just a quick question about movies. Is this new totalitarian dystopia becoming the new, like, apocalyptic sort of movies? Have you noticed that there's a lot more happening around, like, a dystopia sort of situation?
Yeah, now you mention it.
In the past, I'd say past 2000 to about 2015 to 18, it was all apocalyptic movies. Post-apocalyptic, precisely. That was the
Book of
big
Eli,
thing.
The Road.
Everything, like, you can think of.
Mad Max. Well, that was...
There's still going on with Mad Max, of
Yeah.
course. But it's just like this totalitarian dystopia that seems to be creeping in there. Like, I think it's because it's the whole people are oppressed. The whole oppressed thing now.
I think so, yeah. So they can relate
so you got
to it.
Hunger Games. You've had The Boy Kills World. I remember seeing a film called Children of Men where people were oppressed, and I just think, is that dystopian?
Civil War to an extent, like that's
Civil War, yeah,
probably caused it.
Yeah, that's what probably caused the Civil War. I just thought it's interesting. I wonder if this is going to be the new genre of movies that people are going to start loving, and it's going to come out more and more and more.
I'm digging it.
I am. I do like them. I really do like them. Yeah.
They'll probably get banned because they're going to incite violence.
Yeah, because we got like V for Vendetta. Do you know, another dystopian sort of nightmare.
But you are down with fascist dystopias, right?
I suppose maybe they'll just maybe switch between them. Like, they're always going to be quite popular, those films, because everyone loves the underdog. And
I think everyone loves the idea of not knowing, because it's not happening. It's like there's no post-apocalyptic situation right now, but I think everyone loves the idea of
what would I do?
What would I do? What could happen?
The curiosity around it all, and what happens if the world was like that.
Yeah, I think. But yeah, what would you say? Like, Boy Kills World is a very unique storyline, or a unique movie? Then should I say?
I'd say it's a unique movie because I can't say many films.
Not storyline, but a unique movie. Then.
Yeah, I think the way it's done, it was filmed great.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
Yeah, I've never done anything to narrate over it like that. I feel like there has been films where it does narrate. Probably like Sin City.
Yes.
But I don't use like that. It was perfect.
I think they filmed it, the way it was filmed, isn't like nothing I've seen before.
It was a breath of fresh air, really.
It really was, because everything's coming out these days is either a remake or just a rehash of something else. So it was nice to see something just quite unique.
And it was one of them ones, again, it was a simple story of revenge, and it was just good action. You didn't have to think too much into it. And I think it had one of the best twists that I didn't see coming.
And that's what I was just about to get to. So the twist ending.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Do you know what? For the first time, I've never seen an ending coming like that.
Yeah, it's not like I was even expecting a twist.
No, I wasn't. That's the kind of movie it was. That you don't expect that there's going to be a twist ending to it.
Yeah, and I was like...
And then when it came out, I was just like, that is crazy.
That's fucking mad.
Because you just thought, oh, the shaman's crazy, don't you?
Yeah.
He's a bit fucking
He just
nuts.
loves his DMT.
Yeah, that's what you kind of think, don't you? Oh, yeah, but it was a really good ending. So you got anything else you want to add before we go to reviews?
Yeah, before I review it, Or I don't know what to say about these after a review. I'll say after I reviewed them.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to the reviews then.
Let's go to the review with you.
Do you like to review with me?
Yes, I do like to review with you.
Right, I'm going to do a 2x2 hurrah, hurrah. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 2.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. You're going to do a blue cap at the end. It's going to
Hey.
piss me off.
9.
9.
Yeah.
I'm going to shotgun it. 9. 8. 9. I give it a 9. And the reason I give it a 9, and I'm not going to let you speak,
Okay.
is
Probably best.
these are the things that I thought of. I enjoyed the little girl, imaginary girl character with him.
Yep.
Because I felt like that was his last piece of humanity. So throughout the film, when he was going to kill the guy from Stranger Things, I can never remember the names, but you know, when he's sat on the floor and he's helped him.
It's Glenn Van Der Koy.
Yeah. When he helped him and he was going to kill him, and she was like, you don't need to kill him, he's helped us. And that was like, to me, I thought, oh yeah, I wonder if that he stops, because that's his humanity going,
Yeah.
you don't need to do this unnecessarily. And then he turns around and he's like, I don't need you anymore. And then kills him. And I was like, that's a bit weird, that part. Like, or is it because he came so close to the end? I don't know. And I was like, all right, okay. And then there's nothing more about the imaginary girl character and her purpose.
Right.
Another one was when they're fighting the shaman at the end.
Yes.
He has a claw and he literally rips down the forearm.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
You're dead.
You bleed out. But not only that, he does it also on the inside of his leg there.
So he's cut his carotid artery.
So he's got his femoral artery, he's got his fucking...
Femoral artery, that's what I meant.
And he's got his main arteries in there. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead, but he can fight. And that just, for me, I was like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that was an unrealistic part of that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying everything is realistic about it. It seemed to prey on the basis of realism, and then just took it right out for me. I was just like, that would not happen. You'd be dead.
Yeah, and
you would be bleeding out.
And I took that with a pinch of salt with the type of film, because of all the bullets that were firing at him and they didn't get it once and all that. Like, yeah, you expect that. But when you're doing something physical like that, I just think, well, if you're going to put the physicality in there to show how brutal it is, and you should act realistic on that. Like, if you got hit by a bullet, I'd expect him to be hit by a bullet and not carry on like it was nothing. I know it was a comical
You're going to
bit.
start flicking these caps off the
fuck
table.
this, it was a one. And just eat one like a macaroon. There was the bit with Basho, and they stood over, was it Glenn Van Der Koy's head with the, whatever it was, the metal object. And I thought, I saw to you straight away, I was like, I see what's going to happen here. Like, you could tell he was going to drop it on his head anyway.
Yeah,
from that whole
was
scene.
so predictable.
Really predictable. And then I thought, well, if I'm thinking from a plot point of view, he said he was fed up of them all and he was going to help him. You just won't stand with it over his head. You move it to a side, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's what he's going to say. And I know they did it for comedy purposes, because he was like, he seemed really genuine, and then he's dead. I get that.
Predictable comedy, that though.
Yeah, it was.
That
really.
was one of my pet peeves, actually. I was just like, that was just so predictable. We knew straight away, as soon as he brought it to his head, we knew there was going to be this long speech and then he's just going to drop on his head.
Yeah.
Because that's what, like, that sort of humour's been done before. You got to think of new humour when it comes to them sort of things.
Yeah, but apart from that, that's probably my three things. I'm probably being a bit pedantic and a little bit strict, but that's for me why it was a 9 out of 10.
But overall, for me, an amazing movie.
Great film.
I won't rate it a 10, because I don't think it's like a perfect movie, but it was a breath of fresh air. It was something I really enjoyed. I loved the comedy. Even though the voice did start to go out on me at the end, I don't think it was enough for it to bring it down for me. I still loved the comedy and the action. Guess the IMDb score then, because I said this to you at the time, didn't I? I said, guess the IMDb score.
I think it'll get quite high. I thought it was going to be something like an 8.9 or something, or an 8.7.
So what are you going with?
Oh, sorry.
You got to choose me.
No, I think 8.9 is quite high. I'm going to go 8.7.
6.4.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I know. When I saw it, I was just like, apparently critics didn't find it a very good movie, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck what the critics think.
Yeah, who gives a shit about them? They're clearly not good critics at all.
I was like, this is a great movie. How can you slander it so much? What is there to slander in it? I thought, great storyline.
Apart from the points I've mentioned.
Yeah, but that's stuff that's neither here or there, isn't it? It's stuff you can be. It's forgivable, I guess. But this, to give it a 6.4, I just thought, wow, I don't even get. I was thinking 8 at the time. The more I thought about it, I was like, nah, actually, this is a 9 movie to me.
And this is where I think whether you get these film critics, and I just think the real hoity-toity up their own ass. Oh, you've got to look further into the film and find out the hidden. Fuck off.
No, some things can just be in your face and just as it is.
The general public don't look into it as deep as probably what they do, or the cinematography styles. And some people do. Some people enjoy that. I've done film studies myself, but I just think if you can sit there and enjoy a film, fucking who gives a shit?
We're simple blokes, start with me and you.
That's true. I'm real simple.
I know, simple Simons over here. But I honestly, I was just like really shocked when I saw it.
That's disgusting.
And you said, I don't know, I'm thinking 8.7, and you've just said it now. And I was just like, can't believe how way off you actually are. Because I was way off. I thought it was going to be at least an 8.
Yeah.
0.0. And I was just like, 6.4. That's shocking. So, you got anything else you'd like to add?
I think that's good for me. I'm done.
I'm done too.
Right. Well, thank you for watching today's episode. Please subscribe to get notifications and also see more of our content. We do have a website as well. You can watch the videos first there as well. Give us your thoughts on Boy Kills World, or if you're thinking about watching it, did you like the narration? What was your favourite kills, scenes, fight scenes, funniest moments? We want to hear all that. Give us any recommendations for any films like that as well, because we couldn't really figure out if there was any others like it, any other narrated films. But if you've got anything, let us know. And game over.